Pacific Drive is a game changer that will shake up the survival game genre. And in this video we're going to dig deep and establish why is that good and how is Pacific Drive going to set itself apart from the rest. And rest assured, it will. In the last years we have witnessed many survival games, all of them following the same tried and tested formula. Eat, drink, gather, craft, survive the big open world that you find yourself in. While there is nothing wrong with that, the innovations that to make the genre feel fresh have been few and far between. In 2024, however, we are witnessing some upcoming games trying to break that mold and bring some freshness into the genre, like upcoming Nightingale, which we will be covering in a separate video, and also Pacific Drive. But before we go into what Pacific Drive is, let us first establish what Pacific Drive is not. Pacific Drive is not a chill game. It's not a game where you can tune out and casually survive on a deserted island in the Pacific. I'm looking at you, Stranded Deep. It's packed with suspense, horror, and downright paranoia, with some periods of respite. If you are more interested in a chill experience, then I recommend you try out Lightyear Frontier that I have been recently covering on my channel. Also, Pacific Drive is not a zombie survival. Well, thank God. Honestly, I got a little tired of each survival game having zombies, barring a few honorable exceptions. It is really refreshing to getting to fight something different. And it's also not a grindy game where you have to refill your meters constantly. I mean, don't get me wrong, grind is still present, but it's done in a new and interesting way. You go on specific missions to the zones to scavenge and get materials that will help you upgrade your vehicle, making Pacific Drive essentially a little bit of a roguelite, if you will. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about how is Pacific Drive different. Pacific Drive is in its core a survival with horror elements, but horror doesn't come from scary zombies or scary monsters, but feeds on a far more fundamental human fear. And that is a fear of the unknown. The zone is full of weird and unpredictable phenomena, and this is what drives the horror element. I have observed at least 5 different phenomena, all of which I was not able to understand, from the jumping, bunny electrical arcs to radiation glow to scary mannequins that move only when you're not looking at them, by the way that's really creepy, and blow up and wreck your car when you try to run them over. Rest assured, the zone is a dangerous place and it's out to get you, and I love it for it. Also, Pacific Drive throws out the established eat, drink, oxygen mechanics out of the window. While I have nothing against eat, drink and other survival mechanics, they only make sense if they are tied to other game systems and, for example, food is difficult to obtain, hunt or produce. There is where certain games like Green Hell execute it perfectly. In order to feed yourself, you have to hunt or fish, but then you can get hunted, bruised, get leeched on, or get poisoned, pick up an affliction. Well, you get the point. Just having a hunger meter go down while I have 50 packs of food that never expire is just tedious and not fun, and that is what most survival games get wrong. Make me work for my food, Fortunately, Pacific Drive takes a little bit of a different approach. You still do focus on survival, but it's through scavenging and upgrading of your car. The car in itself is being referred to as a remnant, a paranormal entity specific to the zone. I only get a chance to play the demo, so I have no idea what exactly that means, but I guess I will get to develop your relationship with the car, and it just makes sense. The developers really understood the importance of a station wagon in this game, and the options to customize it are almost limitless. Some of the customization even allow you to use some of the phenomena in the zone to your advantage, like being powered by lightning. However, I have only played the demo, so it's hard for me to judge at this stage. But suffice to say, there will definitely be car mechanic element in the game, and I could not be happier about it. The car can also develop quirks over time, which can play a number on you. One example is door opening constantly with you not remembering if you closed it or not. These quirks keep the gameplay interesting and fresh and keep you on your toes questioning your sanity, and it's a magnificent addition to the game. Your car is also your shield, your best friend, and also the biggest source of frustration in the zone. That is why it's so important that you keep it in a good state. On every mission you will pick up damage, you will pick up radiation, punctures, but your trusty station wagon is well equipped to get you in, but also to get you safely out if you know what you're doing. You have a limited period of stability in the zone, meaning you have to act quick. When you're done scavenging, you will need to find stability anchors that will power some sort of device on your co-driver's seat to open up a portal back to garage. Once that happens, you will have to beeline it to that portal as the instability is closing on you and circling you in the same way as a battle royale, creating extra tension. Blending that with a car throwing you a curveball and you get away a few gray hairs out of it. Developers refer to Pacific Drive as a roguelite. Mainly it features roguelite elements when it comes to going out in the zone. Dying in the zone is definitely an option, however the game is not so hardcore to the point where you lose everything if you die in the zone, but you will return empty-handed and with a beaten up car, requiring some extensive repairs. While in garage, you also have the capability to get some intel as to what you're being pitted against when choosing your next scavenge location, and as it will allow you to better prepare for the encounter that will follow. In one of my previous videos when I was looking at the games like Subnautica, I listed Pacific Drive as a potential Subnautica alike. But now, looking back at it after playing the demo, I can safely say that the game, although feels different, still boasts the same beautiful environmental storytelling that has been delivered through the car radio, in terms of dialogues with different characters and bits of information you get as you find things throughout the zone. On the same note, the zone evokes the same horror feeling when I was diving in the depths of the planet 4546b, and I couldn't be happier about it. Given only a short amount of time you are given in the demo, which is basically one zone sortie, Pacific Drive definitely hooked me up and left me wanting more, and rest assured I will be picking up the game the moment it launches to the early access and in the next couple of days, and I will be playing it actively on this channel, so if this is something that you will be interested to see more of, hit that subscribe button and I will see you in the exclusion zone. Thanks for watching.